You guys, you guys are in for such a treat when I upload my speech video tomorrow. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably haven't liked the Alka1993 Facebook page, which you probably should. But I'll talk about it a bit in this video as well, just for you guys. As you should know, I've passed my final exams. And 2 days ago, on Thursday evening, we had the ceremony where we officially got our certificates, signed our certificates, and, well, talked to a lot of people and celebrated that we passed, which is great, of course. But next to that, and, well, I was supposed to talk you through the evening. It started with 2 people from our school, including the head of the school, giving a pretty long speech. And after that, it was in groups of 6 or 7. The students were called to the stage, sat down, and per student, as a teacher had a short speech about that student, like things they remembered about that student, fun times they had in class, things that stood out for that student, if they were a very hard worker or they tended to have something that others don't. Like, I remember my mathematics teacher talked about my classmate Sean, who always took the teacher's chair because he liked the chair so much. And every lesson that happened, it was really funny. This is one shot of the video that I'll be uploading tomorrow. This is the table that we're seated at. Teachers behind there. There's some more teachers over that way, but you just can't see them on screen right now. But the teacher was standing there giving the speech to, well, talking to one of us. And I was among the last 3. Well, in the last group of 7, but I was among the last 3, just like the Cambridge certificates 3 years ago. But it was a lot of fun. My English teacher had a speech for me. Started off with a quote from Shakespeare. Let's see if I remember it correctly. The whole world is a stage, and all the people merely players. And then something else. I'm very sorry if the Shakespeare people, English people, that I don't remember it exactly. He also asked me if I knew what it was from. I definitely recognized it, but unfortunately I could not come up with the name at that evening. It was just unfortunate. But it didn't matter. We had fun about it, and it definitely fits with me. And what he said afterwards about me wanting to do acting was definitely true. And he once again stated that my pronunciation of English and the way I participated in English class was great. And, well, I suppose I agree, and I really like that. So thank you, Mr. Weymouth, for that final speech. I appreciate it. Afterwards, I knew I was going to be giving a speech. Now, I didn't know I was going to have a speech. Well, I knew that evening, but I didn't know a couple of days before that. Now, like almost 2 years ago, I came up with this idea that I wanted to do this kind of a specific type of speech on that evening. But last week, I was like, wait a second, I'm not allowed to give a speech. There's going to be so many people giving a speech for the students. The head of the school is going to give a speech, it's not going to work. Then 3 days ago, 2 days before it happened, I got an email from my student mentor and Dutch teacher, Mr. Van Neer, asking me if I would say a few words in the name of all the students that passed. And I was like, yes, that stage is mine. I'm going to give the best speech that this school has ever heard. And yeah, you're going to love it. I did. And they loved it. Yeah, I was going to give that speech, but I was still seated over there. Then, the head of our part of the school was talking about how Yona, my friend, and I, who was in the back there, and me would be giving a speech. And Yona and I said that I would be talking first. But Yona already had his certificate, so he was already standing there, and I still had to. My mom, my dad, and my brother were still taking pictures with me with my certificate. And I had to say thank you, and goodbye to all the teachers and over there as well, especially over there, like on the side of the stage. Those were the mostly the female teachers. They were like kiss, 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 yes, longer talk, and I'm like, I appreciate it, but I have to speech. So as soon as the last I was done with the last teacher, I ran all the way over there because my seat was in the left front of the whole room. Then ran back up to my friend Yona to give my speech, and here you can see me on that stage giving that speech. This is just over a minute into the video, and like before the entire evening started, when I was just there with my class, when we weren't in this room yet, we were in a separate room. I hyped up my speech like it would be the best speech they'd ever heard, or at least they've heard at this school, and they would love it. They were like, okay, well, we'll see. But when they asked me if they could take a look at my speech, I said no. They didn't ask any further. They just let me do my speech. And my teacher, Mr. Van Neer, he said, yeah, do about 2 minutes. I'm like, no, I'm going to do just over 4. And he's like, meh, because it's you. I think I went just over 6. And he was like, it's a bit too long, but he loved it. And afterwards, when I spoke to him, he was like, okay, this is exactly what I wanted from you. He had such a smile on his face, and in the video you'll be seeing that he loves it so much, and all of the teachers, like a good amount of the teachers came to me afterwards and said, I didn't know what the hell you were talking about, but it was really funny. Now, and even my brother, who is ashamed of almost everything that I do, even he came to me afterwards and said, I don't really dare to say it, but good job. And if I get him to say that, then I did really well. Now, I don't want to make it sound like I'm too egocentrical or something, because I don't like that, but if I hear on average half a minute after like the evening had ended, on average every half a minute I heard from someone that I had a great speech, that I did great, that my speech was the highlight of the evening, then I suppose I can be really happy, and that's allowed. So be ready for this. This speech is going to be awesome, and you are going to love it. So make sure to pay attention to my channel tomorrow. You are not going to want to miss this speech. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow. You're going to so love it. It's awesome. See you then.